visitors, ladies and gentlemen, I am honored and happy to have the privilege to introduce our guest speaker tonight. She is a well-known figure in our town, having served as a municipal kagawad for one term. At present, she is the secretary of the municipal mayor's league in the province of Tarlac. She was married, rather, to a former mayor of our town, the late Dr. Reynaldo Bimbo Modomo, who was my very best friend. There you go, partner in crime. And should have been my friend up to now, but unfortunately, nataimat niya pertermin. Can anybody translate it in English? Hindi nataimat ni pertermin. Manong ngayon, ganyan na? What's that? Dead? There you go. They are blessed with 3 successful children and 8 beautiful grandchildren. She has a great understanding and appreciation of the programs of CISA, and has a remarkable vision of the future and, of course, the progress of our organization. She is kind-hearted, dedicates herself to helping the people of our town, especially those our poor kababayans, the indigent ones, marigligat tayo. And in return, she is being loved by them. She is friendly, very accommodating, intelligent, very organized person, and a good mother. Her faith, her determination, and dedication helped her a lot in the 2016 local election. She is the first lady mayor of our town. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming our friend, our very energetic mayor, the elegant, Honorable Nora Tanhuaquio Modomo.
Thank you, Tuling. Sensya na po kayo kasi senior citizen na po tayo, kailangan po ng ilaw. Age 62. Madam Reyna Solmano, President of CISA, the officers and the members, past President Madam Rudy Martin, Madam Junicia Santos, Dr. Emiliano Dacayanan, our beauties who will be crowned tonight, friends, guests, a pleasant evening to everyone. It is with great honor and pride to be invited to be your guest speaker in the celebration of your 20th anniversary. Thank you. Thank you for the recognition of my office as the new mayor of our town. After all, in blood and spirit, in place and culture, we are all still much a part of our beloved town. The distance should not hinder us from getting connected and involved. This means that while you dream of a beautiful town, I share this dream with you. I wish to personally thank CISA for your continuous support throughout the years. Incidentally, today marks my first year in office as the local chief executive of the town. I prepared a video, so I had to speak only for about 10 minutes, but something went wrong. So allow me to cite some important programs that we have done during my first term. So before, hindi 10 minutes ang hinihingi ko. Extend mo ng 20 minutes before you start shouting, okay? San Ignacio is basically a peaceful town with very low percentage of insurgency. Drug users are categorized as moderate to experimental, and most of them have undergone reformation at our Bahay Pagbabago. Wala na rin po yung mga patay-sindi sa Pugo. Those who do not know what patay-sindi is the beer houses that are located along the highway in Pugo with GROs. Wala na rin, the poultries and pickers are given 5-year moratorium period. That means those that are not located on zoning shall have to vacate their place within 5 years. Kasi po, ang problema po natin sa mga balikbayan na umuwi, malangaw po, di po ba? So we had a meeting, and I said that we are giving them 5 years to stay. And if they cannot control the flies and the foul odor, they will not lead to that 5-year moratorium period. Because hindi ko pwedeng sakripisyo ang welfare ng ating mga kababayan sa mga negosyanteng hindi naman tigas ng pagkakita. I would like to cite some of my projects. We have completed major roads around the town proper. We have improved our public cemetery. We have done 69 roads, farm to market roads. Approximately, pag pinagdugtong-dugtong po yan, 10 kilometers. Ang proseso po ng paggagawa, if there's any project about 200,000, dumadaan po tayo sa bidding. We have posits to PhilJeffs at magkakaroon po tayo ng bidding. Tapos ako po, may back team po tayo that will take care of that with the COA. We have repaired various daycare centers, repaired school buildings, and improved their facilities. We repaired our public market. We have done so many fish ponds because we are rain-fed. Our farmers rely on the putot to have their second crop. And most of them only have one crop per year because they have no water impounding. That's the reason why we bought a backhoe. It is a brand new one. Now we have dredged the waterways, ready for the rainy days, so that the crops of our farmers would not be flooded. This is a help to our farmers because they belong to the less fortunate ones, and they are my priority during my term. We have constructed small water impounding in Canaling Padapada, the construction of diversion dam in Santa Ynez West, and we have purchased last year 100 Jetmatic pumps for potable water so that our Kainans have clean water, safe water to drink. And this year we have programmed 240 more Jetmatics to be given away to each barangay, 10 per barangay. So 24 barangays, 240 water Jetmatics. We constructed footbridges where it was impossible for our students to cross or have a hard time going to school during rainy days. We have constructed 3 of them, 2 in Santa Ynez Centro and 1 in Nambalan. We also have the ongoing installation of the ATM machine. I requested the ATM machine because our mortgages are given ATM cards. For them to withdraw, they have to go to Kamiling and they have to spend money for transportation. And when they withdraw their money there, they start to buy their groceries there. Why do they have to spend it there when they could spend it here so that our Kainans in the market will be the ones to profit from it? So the ATM is now under construction and maybe before I get home, it has been finished. We also have the ongoing construction of the legislative building. It is, I know many of you remember that site as Las Mangas. This site has been identified by the previous administration. An ordinance has been passed where it should be located. And we are just continuing. We are just complying to the ordinance made by the prior administration. We also have construction of a new daycare. We improved our municipal park. We also improved our auditorium, public auditorium. While dredging our waterways in Bayaping River, we also made use of the stockpile. Yung pong nakukuha namin para palalimin, nakita po namin na maganda pong pwedeng pagtambak sa ating mga kalsadang baku-baku. So, double na po yung pinalalim na po natin para hindi sila mabaha yung pong nakuha natin doon. Pinastockpile po po at binigay po sa bawat barangay para pag dumating ang tagulan, hindi na po sila kaya, dapat humingi pa sa munisipyo. Sila na po ang mag-ayos ng kanilang kalsada dahil meron na po silang stockpile na ready na libre po namin ibinigay sa kanila. We also purchased many PCs, laptops, mostly desktops, because I've done for a full computerization so that we can have the one-stop shop. CCTVs are installed. We also purchased 1 rescue vehicle. This is a BUB project. When I say BUB, the funding comes from our national government, but it is identified by our representative. We have a representative from the civil society. Every committee, we have a representation, a member of the civil society. These are the identified projects they want from the BUB bottoms-up project of the former President Ninoy Aquino. We also purchased 2 ambulances because we had 1 ambulance there, luma na, nasa expressway pa lang po nasisiraan na. So, I think it is necessary for us to purchase 2 ambulances. And I tell you, not a single day that they are not busy. We We also purchased one brand new dump truck. We repaired the street lights. Now the street lights along our highway are complete and well lighted. We purchased one Nissan van for the local chief legislative officer and Sangguniang Bayan. We purchased full Tata service vehicle. This will serve as rescue vehicle for Tagiporo and Poblacion West, because usually Tagiporo gets flooded, if there's any flood. We also increased the funding of the persons with disability, funding for educational assistance, increased funding for assistance in crisis situation. We also increased employment through special program of employment of students. We also increased livelihood assistance. We implemented a door-to-door delivery of social pension to elders. I want this clear. Before my term, those with social pension, our senior citizens, have to line up at our DSWD office, and it takes a whole day before they get their pension, which is 500 pesos a month. I promised them, it was a campaign promise, that if I did win, we are going to bring this pension to their barangays. And if they cannot go to their barangays, we will deliver them to their houses. And this has been done. We also purchased medicines, enough medicines that will serve for 1 quarter. We trained and organized disaster assistance rescue teams. We had medical activities, blood donations, blood screening, and in agriculture, we have given hybrid rice, half-subsidized, full subsidy to deserving farmers. Alam po nyo noon, bago po ako umupo, yung pong mga tumatanggap ng mga hybrid sa DA, yung mga barangay officials, kamag-anak nila, or the same. Pero ngayon po, hindi na po pwede yun. Kailangan po talagang nandyan farmers with less than 1 hectare, or really those whose means of living rely on farming. So, we also give help to our tornado victims, and if there is any calamity, we give them, the farmers, we also give them subsidy of being aid. Just recently, I read in Facebook, because when I left, we had a program to build solar lights along the highways, which are what we say accident-prone areas. These are the intersection of Pada-Pada, 2 of them, intersection of Santa Ines, intersection of Vargas, Baljos, Pogo Cecilio, San Vicente, and Filipinas. So that these are accident-prone areas because of the road widening, cars go fast, and this is an intersection, and most accidents happen in these places. Now, even if there is a brownout, there is light, so that we will have, at least, we won't have any accidents anymore. This year, for my major roads will again be constructed. This fund will come from the ADM. If it was BUB during the time of President Aquino, during the time of President Duterte, it is ADM. It is assistance to disadvantaged municipalities. And we are lucky to have a funding of 14.7 million, and which I identified as 5 million for Botones, 3.5 million for Mangrobang Road in San Sotero, 3.5 million for Poblacion East, going to Timagwag, and 2.7 for Santa Ines West. In the next 2 years, we have already explored and will be promoting tourist attraction in our town. We have Pikang Falls, located in Kalipayan, and the mountain trail at Mount Paliknol. The youth are our partners in this project. do I plan the next 2 years? I plan to have a one-stop shop to facilitate transactions. I plan to continue and improve delivery of social and basic services. Continue completing farm-to-market roads and complete facilities, and we have to improve the services of our rural health. We also have to have more trainings and livelihood programs. Actually, in Santa Ignacia, we can be proud of our very own Pascasio Pottery, Wood Inspiration, RJ Western Designs, and the Amor Niño products. And before I end, with due respect, I want everybody to know that I run as an independent candidate. And because I gained the confidence and the trust of our townspeople, I won that election. And for me, it is to them that I should be accountable. It is also my fervent wish that we can continue to work together and make Santa Ignacia a town we can be proud of. My slogan in my administration is Magkaisa Santa Ignacia, while my husband's slogan was Arangkada Santa Ignacia. Manan, kabdawan na kayo amin, tinarambak, kat naragsa, nga pinag-celebraryo the 20th anniversary. Congratulations for a very successful affair. Thank you. Mabuhay Santa Ignacia, mabuhay ang Sisa, and a pleasant day.